15 children from a daycare center here in Vaughan have tested positive for COVID-19, and a parent is facing a hefty fine for allegedly sending their child to the daycare with symptoms of COVID-19. According to York Public Health, the child would not have passed the mandatory screening test.
Do you believe that this was the case that sparked the outbreak at the daycare?
We believe that certainly was one way in which COVID-19 finds its way into some of these places.
The Delta variant spread like wildfire through this daycare in Vaughan. Even though the website still has a case count at 15 children and one staff member, today York Region's medical officer of health tells me 2 more children have now tested positive. Dr. Kurji says after a thorough investigation, a parent was fined $880 under the region's Section 22 self-isolation order.
Given that we're dealing with the Delta variant, it is quite aggressive. And the reality is we've had an attack rate of about 40%. Inevitably, these things come to light in a scientific sort of way, when we conduct our investigations.
One parent who claims to be with the child care center addressed the outbreak on Twitter, writing, "My child unfortunately contracted COVID from daycare. We were not told until after the long weekend, after we spent time with other families. We did not want to become that family that spread it to others." York Region implemented the Section 22 back in March, meaning anyone who tests positive for COVID, is awaiting test results, or has symptoms of the virus is ordered to self-isolate. So far, there have been 129 investigations and 18 charges laid.
Previous charges that we have had have involved someone sending their child into one of these centers when there was clearly a symptomatic member of the family in the household. We have had instances of people traveling. This is a few weeks ago when they were clearly COVID positive. We have had individuals sending their children for sleepovers when they were clearly having symptoms of COVID-19.
With millions of children heading back to school in just a few weeks and most of them unvaccinated, Dr. Kurji says all of us have a role to play in controlling the 4th wave.
Is this just a case of maybe a parent being backed into a corner saying my kid has the sniffles, but I have to go to work because I can't take another day off work?
Well, the consequences of that can be devastating. This is a partnership. It's a partnership between us and the parents as well, and the teachers. Everybody's got to play their role.
Now, both Toronto and Peel Region have similar self-isolation orders in place that could result in charges. In Vaughan, Shauna Hunt, City News.